Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning with me, Bring It Dawn. Let's go grab this chest over here, then we're going to head to Gravehal Keep and knock out that quest. What's over there? Soul Deep Fasting. Ancient Alfar text. Unreadable. Oh yeah, we have the journals that I wanted to read. How long are they? A diary of Mifa or Mifa Ronwin. Okay, how I managed to get stuck on this godforsaken island, I will never know. I'm miserable here, forced to do the bidding of a small-minded fool. At this rate, I'm not sure if I will ever get back to the life I deserve. Otter prattled on and on about Akara again last night. I sat there and smiled, pretending to be interested in his god. I've got news for you, Alder. Akara doesn't give a darn about you. If anything, Sakara is probably laughing at seeing these little simpletons dance around trying to keep him happy. I suppose Patty is okay. We're quite good friends. He's just a little obsessed with that keep. To be honest, living at the keep would be something more befitting my station. I just don't know if we'll ever be able to chase off the monsters. There. Zephon could probably help us out, but all he cares about are his shipwrecks. I swear, sometimes I think he's more comfortable around dead bodies than live ones. At least he has the right idea, though, trying to make something out of his life, out of this life. Cillian, on the other hand, well, in another life, the two of us would probably be close. It's not that we haven't spent a few nights sleeping under the same tent, it's just that we're from two different worlds. Still, he'll do for now. I can only hope that one day I'll be able to travel the world again, be received at the finest courts in the land. Although even that may be impossible, after the debacle I made between us and the Tuatha. I severely misjudged Gadflow. That's interesting. Wonder what that's implying. Perhaps it'd be better for me to spend some time in a different part of the world. Just one that is hopefully more civilized. Until then, suffer this island I must. And then, Journal of Master Builder Heitzen. Oh, that's a long one. Okay. The Rise of Gravehal. First entry. Lord Slavard has given me liberty to build a keep to shame all the lords of Emberdeep, and to make this new settlement the envy of the Divergan people. I do not intend to disappoint him. As is our tradition, the foundation of this keep shall be built from the very ships that brought us hence. Their masts will support the ceiling of the Great Hall. The sails shall be the canopies of our courtyard. Second entry. The force itself seems to oppose us. We cannot build fast enough to keep apace with its growth. Every morning it has reclaimed nearly all that was done the day prior. I need more men. Third entry. I believe I, at last, have enough strong backs to make some headway against this island wilderness. I've never seen such trees as these. They seem to visibly grow in a moment, leaning not towards the sun, but solely towards our keep, so bent do they seem on its destruction. A fourth entry. This island has never seen the likes of a Divergan builder, and what he can do with an army of strong Divergan men and slaves from distant lands. Our work might have failed without these first batches of slaves brought here by Lord Gravehal for the slave colonies he builds in the harbor on the western coast. Once I'm done with whatever is left of this batch, Lord Gravehal believes he can make this place the center of the Frostbreak sea slave trade. Fifth entry. The island trembles under the points of our shovels and the speed of our axes, though it seems to fight back with all its might. It unnerves me to imagine what forces oppose me, but I am no less determined to conquer it. Even Lord Gravehal himself, at his advanced age, lends his strong back to the effort. Every day he doffs his finery and toils for hours, shirtless in the frigid air. Sixth entry. Lord Gravehal has died. His hammer raised high above his head, he thundered down upon the high wall of the tower, driving in one final nail for the day. The scaffold it was slippery this day, and his lordship lost his footing and fell to frozen ground. Lady Gravehal has ordered what she calls our folly abandoned, and we immediately set sail for Emberdeep. Seventh entry. Lord Gravehal's only son, Ansgar Solvsvard, it's hard to say, heir to Gravehal, has sworn that he will never abandon his father's keep, and it will be completed in his memory. Lady Gravehal has no choice but to comply. Work resumes. Eighth entry. It is done. The throne room is a sight to behold, outshining any in Emberdeep. The master of the keep's throne looks down upon the long table, beside staircases winding awesomely and mysteriously to the gallery above. The wood within has been polished to an ethereal shine, and the rugs upon the floor of the softest wool imaginable, shorn from this island's many creatures. Outside, the courtyard bustles in the shadow of the wall and its massive carvings. Stalls line the yard selling all manner of wares from across the sea, before the backdrop of the keep. In the center, the library and the household of his lordship's bride-to-be, a lady on either side. Her chambers would be considered a palace in any other place. Even the beast pen, crawling as it will be with filthy animals, is a jewel of its kind, functional and perfectly suited to its purpose, if I may say. My finest work is at last complete, and arrangements can now be made for the wedding and the opening of the mighty keep of Gravehal. Never was there a finer wedding gift bestowed, nor testament to the glory and stubbornness of the Divergan people. That was a lot to read. Is this a prison, or is it... if it's a dungeon, I'm not going to bother. And this is probably a dungeon we come to later, so you know what? I'm going to backtrack. I'm sure we'll come in here later. Especially since it would appear to be a... well, they're moving like people. I was going to say maybe there's some sort of like automaton, but... regardless, we have a keep to explore. I'm trying a new fix for the stuttering, and it... whoops. So far, it seems pretty good. So we access that from a dungeon, probably from Gravehal Keep. Oh, nope, there's the stuttering. Well, I tried. That's all I can do.
See? What did I tell you? Magnificent. Bit worse for wear after a couple centuries, but nothing I couldn't fix. Let's see if this key still works. Bye.
Well, it works in the first place, because he, never tried it. Howling.
This keep is not haunted. It is overrun. Monsters, not phantoms, inhabit its dark hallways. We should move along.
Okay. Padre Dower.
Soon to be master builder of Gravehal Keep, if you please. Should you see fit, of course. Or just call me Paddy.
Diverga.
The Diverga built Gravehal Keep and all the fastings around the island. A whole tunnel network built for defense. No one knows why they left the island, but it's clear they left in a hurry.
Dream.
The dream is still mostly mist and darkness, but bits and pieces return to me when I concentrate. Though I don't remember all the details, I believe the memory is guiding my discoveries and inspirations.
Cape Solace.
I'll leave it behind for the keep the first chance I get.
Tell me about Gravehal Keep.
We've seen scavs, but nothing more fearsome. These must be the spirits that haunt this place. Goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, that howling that's part of like the ambient sound here. Really nice touch. Gives the island a very eerie feel. Just looking for more skeletons laying in the courtyard. All right, in we go. A hard time parrying their attacks. They have weird pacing.
Go on. You've beaten back the beasts. You've braved the shadows. You've earned the right to claim the seat.
Oh, that was it?
Sit upon the throne. You are the rightful ruler of Gravehal now.
Okay. Tell me about Gravehal Keep.
It is finally time for you to claim the throne and make Gravehal Keep your own. Bye.
Okay. That was it? There's only 2 areas. I was expecting like a whole dungeon delving adventure, but I guess this will do.
This is remarkable. You've done it. For years, the villagers of Cape Solace have been too craven to enter this great hall. And here you are, freshly washed ashore, and you march right in and take it. Haunted? Never. Just a few small beasts. Nothing you couldn't handle.
Horinox. I don't know if it's his name or if it's like the type of Mascaro he is. Regardless, he's dead. Let's level up before he gets to me. Which one was I putting points into? Oh, Mercantile. And Greatsword. Master of Gravehal. Only the wisest, most influential warriors are called to rule upon the throne, and now you can count yourself among them, claiming your legacy as Master of Gravehal Keep. Plus 10% gold, 1 Mercantile, and 1 Persuasion.
Guess the keep had one more surprise left for us. But now, the keep is yours. You're the first master of the keep in nearly 500 years. If you're willing to believe all the legends, let me be the first to offer you my services, my liege.
Alright, so now we'll have a redundant point into Persuasion. So I think I had Detect Hidden maxed out. Now my Persuasion should be maxed out, but I still haven't found the Persuasion book. So it might be worth going and resetting my skills. Cape Solace.
Can't say I miss it, but I think it's our duty to offer them any help they need.
How do we restore Gravehal Keep?
My liege, I am glad you asked. I've been ruminating over this beautiful structure, devising plans for its improvement. I'll start by restoring the keep inside and out, but I also feel the need for a beast pen in the courtyard. I could easily add that at the same time. I just need you to get me 2 bundles of beachstone, 3 bundles of emberwood, and 3 bundles of sailcloth.
What's the keep's condition?
The centuries have been surprisingly kind to this place. The forest should have reclaimed it ages ago. Worst part is all the scav droppings, but that's just dirty work. I believe much of the rubble is what remains of the side buildings and upper floors I saw in my dream, but I'm not certain yet.
A beast pen.
Yes, it will allow us to take full advantage of the island's diverse variety of beasts. Of course, we'll soon need to find a suitable beast master to run it.
I think I know just the
I
guy.
think I might know just the man, but we'll get to that later.
Alright, I'll get what you need.
You should be able to find enough to salvage at Scuttle Beach. I've marked a few locations for you to search on your map. I'll get to work as soon as you're back.
Well, that's convenient. A beast pen.
The Diverga employed scores of indigenous beasts of this island, training them and harnessing them into service.
Building materials.
Emberwood, sailcloth, bear hide, sea steel, and beach stone. They can all be found in sufficient quantities around the island, but not always in the safest locales.
How goes the restoration?
When you have all the bundles of materials I asked for, I can begin construction.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, there's something else out here. Well, I guess I was expecting the upgrades to be just paid for by gold, but I guess this makes it more interactive with the island. Because I assume that most players, by the time they get to this point, they'll be just swimming in gold.
Lo, we sing of good kings shipborne and stout, from fasting waked and white-winged whispered. He was Ulfston chief, father of families, boasted and beloved. With bitter mandate, they laid him upon a serpent steed. Kin kissed the brow and wept, tears into the flames, until mournful billow and scarlet banner bore him north. Treasures heavy upon his heart. The great blaze bloomed, jewel-bright and wild, a dark night lit by kingly fire.
Cadwallon Gwynedd.
Nesta doesn't think we can deal with the infestation on Storm Point, but I've told her I'd take care of it. Why haven't I? Well, it's complicated.
I bet. Gravehal Keep.
The Diverga built quite a fortress for themselves. It's a shame they couldn't overcome their fears and stay. What a waste.
Gallows End.
We are able to get by on fish from the frostbreak and the plants we grow on the bluffs. There is no reason to venture beyond the village. Beyond the forests is the realm of beasts and pirates. We are safe so long as we stay near Cape Solace together.
Diverga.
They are dwarf mariners, small but sturdy sea folk who rule the kingdoms and islands north of Erethel. Don't be fooled by their size. They are fierce.
Dead Kell.
I've only seen the pirate once. I was hiking the cliffs alone to pull in the morning's catch. The black ship Requiem was sailing out toward the sunrise, its rigging decorated with stark black gulls and corpses. We are truly blessed that he cannot come near the village. Akara be praised.
Cape Solace.
I do not mind the villagers. Not as much as my wife does, that is. They are a devout group, sheltered by their island god, Akara. Everyone here is needy. I don't see any reason why we can't look to the powerful for protection.
Cadwallon Gwynedd.
Gallows End is like every other challenge I faced in my life. Every day is a struggle to survive. My mother died when I was young, and my father was a thief. I was half-starved when Lord Pennion caught me snatching gold from his pocket. Instead of tossing me into Rathir prison, he gave me a chance to work off my punishment. I became a servant in his great house. And that's where I first met Nesta. We had not spoken a word to each other before the crash. Now, we are husband and wife.
Akara.
All my life I was a follower of Lyria. And how did she help me? I was poor, I was hungry, I was miserable. Here on Gallows End I can see the effects of Akara's power. He provides. That's more than I can say for my father's gods. Bye.
No, I'm stuck on the fire. Nesta Gwynedd.
You must be one of the new arrivals. Tell me, did Cape Solace drive you out as well? I am Nesta Gwynedd. My husband Cadwallon and I have only been here a short time, but we've managed to eke out a tolerable existence on our own. We did, before the scav infestation.
The Hanged Men.
I know them from the songs of my father's crew. Low-born men and drunkards, mostly. According to legend, the Hanged Men are said to be the fiercest pirates in all of Amalur. How such criminals manage to ever work together is beyond me.
Nesta Gwynedd.
I was born an heir to the great House Penion, reigning high on the spire in Rathir. My life was one of study, tradition, and endless possibility. That all changed the day my father's ship was caught in a hurricane off the coast of Erethel. I awoke a week later, here on Gallows End, in the gentle, healing arms of my Cadwallon. It was like I was reborn.
Gravehal Keep.
Wouldn't I love to move our camp up behind those tall, strong walls? But that's not possible. Gravehall is cursed. Nothing good has ever come to those who enter its vast shadow. In fact, none of them have ever returned.
Okay, a Gallows End.
Life on the island would be unbearable if not for Cadwallon. So many in the village have been torn from their loved ones. Not I. It is the wreck that brought my love to me.
Teverga.
You can find them all over the Frostbreak Sea, from west of here to the Near East and the Obsidian Isle. The Teverga are a stern and superstitious lot. They claim the oceans as their own, and frown on anyone who wishes to challenge that authority.
Deadkill.
We don't need to fear the Pirate King. His realm is to the west, deep in the caverns of the coast. They say he's been killed before, but that the flames of the afterlife buoyed his rise back to Earth. It's enough to give one shivers.
Cape Solace.
Alder and his people preach community and hope, yet they cast out any who do not view their beloved Akara as the sun and the moon. I have my own gods, thank you.
Otter Malloy.
I have encountered many fanatics in my time, and none are so zealous as Alder Malloy. In the few months that we've been here, he's tried to convert me twice. Never trust a man who lets his faith speak for him.
What's Scav Infestation?
Several months ago, my husband and I started a garden on Storm Point. It has saved our lives. Thanks to this secret spot, we've been able to fill the village stores to brimming. Now, however, scavs seem to have taken a keen interest in Storm Point as well. They wish not to fill their stores, but their bellies instead.
What is a Scav?
Scavs are not native to the Frostbreak Sea. They come from the south, infesting ships and living off the cargo, and often the crew. They've made quite a home here on Gallows End, nesting in large broods, deep and damp old fastings left behind by the Teverga.
I'll help you.
If your goal is to ingratiate yourself to the inhabitants of this island, you've chosen the right path. You have my thanks, and the thanks of those who wish to eat. Come, we will take you to Storm Point. It's not far, just past the boundaries of Cape Solace and Gravehal Keep.
Where are you going?
Storm Point is the best place on Gallows End to grow food. If you don't believe me, check the village stores. It's just up ahead a bit. Let's go.
Okay, well, let's knock this out then. No, she doesn't follow my... pace like other NPCs do. And that's a little annoying. Hey, a bear! Whew. Sword hits extremely hard. More bears.
Quiet now.
Oh gosh darn it. These bears are running rampant.
We mustn't go any farther. The scavs will know we're coming. Oh, those little monsters can hear the hair stand up on the back of your neck.
What should I do?
We could certainly use some assistance with those scavs. We can handle one or two at a time, but not a brood such as that.
Well, there's only 2 in here. What do you mean you can't handle... Let's say they can handle 1 or 2 at a time. Whoops, dropped my guard at just the wrong moment. Oh, there we go. There's only like 4 of them. Still wasn't too bad.
Thank you. Our stores were running low, and it's not as easy as you'd think to gather food in these treacherous lands. There are others in the village that could use your help. In fact, I was planning to ask someone to venture down to Scuttle Beach. I saw a ship before the scavs moved in. I'm convinced it ran aground on the rocks below, but I can't be sure. Someone should check for survivors.
Well, I
I am
was
forever grateful.
gonna go to Scuttle Beach anyway. Let me check out Cape Solace real fast. She said other people might need my help in the village. Nope, no quest laying around. Alright, well, I guess we'll fast travel back up to Gravehal Keep. The island does not seem very big. All that running around I just did put us like right beside. Yeah, we were all the way up here already. Also, what is the bonus for lure stones on Gallows End? Plus 6% critical hit damage. Oh, Gravehall is separate. Plus 10% damage versus beasts. Okay. So you get 2 bonuses for the island. Cool beans. And not very big. There's only, I guess, technically 5 locations. Well, I guess they're labeled differently, like the Jawbone, Dark Harbor. Regardless, let's see. We'll go towards Scuttle Beach. That's where all the quests seem to be taking us. Is this a dead end? No, that takes us up to the northern coast. Just a casual 1700 critical. You know, no big deal. Bunch of totems around. It looks like the Blair Witch Project symbol. So I'm assuming all these things that we found, like the meat and stuff that I've been finding, it's all going to be used for upgrades to the Gravehal Keep. Bugs and things like that. Because it's not something we've run across in like the base game. Too many captains, not enough sailors. It's not the actual phrase, but it'll, the meaning is the same. Privateer's boots. These boots are part of the privateer's uniform worn by deadly seafaring mercenaries that hunt down and deal with pirate threats. The seagoing warriors are skilled in the ways of sabotage, assassination, and sea and land survival. Okay, also we did get sandals. Driftwood sandals. 10% mana regen per second, plus 1 mana regen per second, plus 1 to sorcery abilities. It said that the coarse wood that forms these sandals is meant to make the wearer more contemplative. Okay, well. Come here, you. Tome of Artifacts. Alright, that's just a generic lore book. I'm not going to bother reading those. Ancient Almain text. Unreadable. I'm assuming these ancient texts are all going to be quest items. Fear of Raycor. I'm going to assume that does... Yeah, fire damage. Plus 10% fire damage with melee, 5 burning damage over 0 seconds with melee. So just 5 fire damage? I feel like it'd be easier just to say 5 fire damage. Alright, let's go talk to this quest giver. Kind of like Warsworn. Well, I guess it's just in generic armor.
You.
Olaf Valtson.
Ah, at last. I thought the crabs would pick my bones clean. You must set me free. Those louts can't have gotten far, if they're still alive, that is. They'll pay for their crimes, I promise you.
Okay. Olaf Valtson. Or
I've done my
Asfaltson.
share of work. Mined the pits of Apatir, worked the Wald's farmlands, even fought as a soldier along the Tawili coast. I don't like to stay in one place. I want to taste everything life has to offer. The last thing I want to do is collect dust. Thought the prison ship would take me someplace exciting. And here I am.
Gallows End.
A smart man could make this rock his fortress, his kingdom. All of this salvage just waiting here to be put to use. As for those fools in Cape Solace, they're so desperate they'll pray to ghosts, to figments of their own imaginings. Akara? Ha! I've seen more powerful gods at the bottom of a bottle.
Okay. Dead Kill.
Sure, I've heard the stories. Who hasn't? My mum used to tell me that Dead Kel would sell me into slavery if I didn't leave my mucky boots at the door. A whole lot of nonsense.
Cape Solace.
I've seen statues with more life in them than this lot. Pray and fish, fish and pray. Someone slay me, please.
Akara.
Don't loosen my tongue on the talk of gods. I can kill a man as quickly as any god. Save your prayers, my friend.
Okay. How did you get in there?
The rogues on our prison galley cracked me upside the skull and dragged me in here. Now I know why they were in such foul moods all the time. Be a friend and free me. The lock requires a key, but it should be somewhere nearby. In the wreckage, I'd wager.
Tell me what happened.
I'm a mercenary by trade, once of the war sworn. And I sought my fortunes in Odessa, on a prison ship. The revolt occurred not long after we left the city, as we sailed north through the Forian Strait. The prisoners broke free of their shackles, stormed the decks. Didn't take long for those dogs to realize that trained men are needed to sail a prison galley. We struck the rocks, and all hands went down. All but one.
I'll do it.
Then you have my thanks. As one honourable soul to another. The key was last seen on the bosun's belt, but he's nothing but bones now. I'd follow the crabs. Little buggers appear to have quite the hunger for rotting flesh.
How can I free you?
Crabs pick through most of the bodies. You might have to kill a few and check their little stomachs. It's filthy work, I know, but it's the only way.
Well, darn it.
Why now?
Done a good job of not having to kill crabs so far. But if it's what I have to do, then it's what I have to do. Alright, well, it tells me where the key's at. Out of I mean, for a game this size, having all these quest markers, it makes sense. But I'm also not a fan of when games hold your hand this much. I mean, it's much better than what I have. Doesn't matter. Manifest of the Shacklefish. Day 78, arrived with Thier from Edessa. Calm today. Seas clear, sky bright. Supplies available, but prices high. Don Alfar. Boatswain requests that we postpone departure. Visited the soothsayer in the Prederi. Superstitious fool. We prepare to sail unhindered. Delivered cargo to the prison. 2 killers, 1 swindler. Picked up several new faces for our voyage to the Obsidian Isle. Manifest is as follows. Enclosure 1, Erlad Ingvild, VM. Enclosure 2, Alweir Acre. Enclosure 3, Siad Girthfirth. Enclosure 4, Mirdre Bethok. Enclosure 5, Earthen Kadi. 6, Wine Sinric, or Kynric. 7, Mac Pemson. Enclosure 8, Olaf Asvaldsen. Yeah, that's what I figured. He was a prisoner on the ship. 9, Beg Miss. 10, Abweir Gorwed. Look into the heavens for peaceful sailing. Open ocean. Captain Skan Shacklefish. So he's a prisoner, not a crew member. Cliff break fasting. Alright, so my intent is to finish clearing out this area. I'm going to grab the... quest chest and get the key for Olaf. And then next episode we'll open up with freeing Olaf from the cage. Keep my eyes peeled for skeletons.
So, I'm not the only one who walked out of that mess. I figured you for a sturdy one, but surviving that wreck, that's fate. We shouldn't waste a moment. My wife, my Asa, she still lives, but they took her. I've never seen anything like it. Scavengers. They look like fair Gorta, but not like any I've ever seen.
Okay. Any other survivors?
No, it was just us. Asmir, Kelly, Free, Edric, Udin. They're all gone. All dead. They were good people. Proud. Not the bedraggled bunch many mistook them for. It's a shame.
Alright, I'll get her back.
Thank you. I won't forget this, truly. I will make way inland. If there are others on this island, I will find them, and I will send them. My heart goes with you. Get her back!
I'll see what I can do. Come on. Nope. Oh, there we go. Sorry, buddy. I do wonder if I could get back and talk to that NPC real fast, because he hasn't gone anywhere. And is that a dead end? It is. Alright, let's go clear this out real fast then. I've been good if I hit both of them, but... Alright, let's run back, see if we can talk to the survivor real fast, because it looks like he's still in that location. And if not, then we'll call it an episode, and then in the next one we'll start by opening up. Is he just laying here?
I'm no good to you as a fighter, not with these injuries. But I can get help. I saw a keep overlooking the beach. Perhaps it's inhabited. Or maybe there's a village. Anything.
There we go. I thought we were arting.
I'm not a sailor by nature. Hate the water, the pitch of the waves. It's Asa who first got me on a boat. Love. It does strange things.
Okay, Gallows End.
Frankly, I can't believe we're actually standing here on Gallows End. You don't know how many sea stories are set on this mysterious isle.
A dead Kell.
If I weren't still recovering from the wreck, I'd be armed and marching off to take that bastard's head. Dead Kell. His name is a prophecy waiting to come true.
Alright, and where's your wife?
She was taken into that waterlogged tunnel beneath the cliffs. That's where the beasts first appeared. There's not much time.
Oh, yeah, Scuttle Beach is just a dead end. Cool. So we cleared that out. Alright, next episode we'll free Olaf and return to Gravehal, turn in our materials, and then come back to Cliffbreak Fasting, which I think is where his wife is at, right? Yep. Alright, anyway, I'm going to call the episode here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.